I'm Dr. Deuk. I'm a neurosurgeon. I'm here to talk to you today about an article that was just released by the Wall Street Journal. 850 million denials by health insurance companies for doctor-recommended treatments every year. This is an all-time high. It's a record number. 40 years ago, when I started thinking about medicine, there were maybe 1 million denials in the United States by health insurance companies every year. In the last 40 years, that number has gone from 1 million to 850 million. So the number of doctors in America hasn't increased that much. Maybe it's increased by 20%. There are currently 1 million healthcare providers licensed in America to order medical tests and medical treatments. So 1 million healthcare providers, 850 million denials for coverage by insurance companies every single year. The top insurance companies in the United States include Medicare, United Healthcare, Cigna, Aetna, Humana, and Blue Cross Blue Shield, Anthem. Those are your top health insurance companies. Now, what is a denial? A denial is a decision by the insurance company to either cover or pay for a medical test or treatment that's ordered by a doctor in America. Now, those denials have to have a reason for the denial. And the reason that's always given by the insurance company, 99% of the time, is that the test or treatment is experimental. The other thing they like to say is not medically necessary. So they'll either call it experimental or not medically necessary. Those two reasons for denials, if you look at your denial, they're basically equal. They mean the same thing, not medically necessary or experimental. Is there anyone holding the insurance companies accountable for their decision that the doctor-recommended test or treatment is experimental? I've seen patients who've been recommended for MRI scans by doctors and they get back a denial saying it's experimental. What's experimental about an MRI scan? Or they have cancer and they're told they need surgery to remove cancer along with radiation to radiate the cancer cells that are left behind. The decision comes back experimental. These are not really experimental, folks. I've got news for you. Here's what's happening. The insurance companies created a loophole many years ago using lawmakers at the state levels in every single state of the United States. These lawmakers went in and made laws that allow the insurance companies to deny paying for your treatment that you need or test that you need if it's experimental. Now, the original laws were designed around treatments by drugs for cancer. And these cancer treatments, of course, they were experimental at the time. And the insurance companies were able to use lawmakers, our politicians, the senators and congressmen, to write these laws in the state laws and federal laws that allow health insurance companies to basically deny paying for experimental drugs to treat cancers. You know, I think that's somewhat reasonable. They shouldn't have to pay for something that you don't know the outcome for. And that was their reasoning with the lawmakers. This is 40, 50 years ago, and it worked, all right? And it's reasonable. The problem is that over the last 40 years, this is what the insurance companies have done. They've realized that there's nobody regulating their decision to call something unnecessary or experimental. Because there's no regulation, there's no accountability. And what they've done, these insurance companies, they realize that if they deny more and more treatments and more tests, that their bottom line, their profit, will actually increase. Because let's face it, here's how insurance works. The health insurance company sends you a bill every month for your premium. That premium covers you as an individual or you and your family. These premiums can be somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000 you're paying every month for your insurance. They collect that from all their beneficiaries. So if they have 100,000 or 1 million beneficiaries, they're going to get 1 million times, $3,000 a month. You do the math, it's a lot of money. These insurance companies collect all this money every month from people like you and me, whether or not we go to the doctor. Now, they put all that money in a big bank account, and when the claim comes in from a hospital or a doctor to pay, they end up writing a check. If they write checks that year where the total of the checks they write to cover medical care is less than the amount of money they collected in the premiums, then they're going to be profitable. They're going to make the balance as a profit. They also have some minor administrative costs. They try to make those seem inflated, but they're not really. And that's one of the loopholes they use to get around our federal government regulation with Obamacare, that they're only allowed to make 15% profit. They make far more than 15% profit, folks. The insurance companies are regulated by the government. They're only allowed 15% profit. But the subsidiaries that they pay are not regulated. So it's the same thing we're seeing right now in the government, where there's all this waste, fraud and abuse happening where basically they're paying themselves huge sums of money, siphoning that money off, but they're cheating the policyholders, they're cheating the patients, and they're cheating the public. And that's why you guys need to know about this scam. So basically, at the end of the year, the health insurance company, every denial they make is money saved and it turns into profit. And that profit can be used to pay off subsidiaries and siphon off more profits into offshore companies outside the United States that can't be regulated. This is what's happening. And you, the American citizen, your health sucks. Our health quality in America has gone from #1 in the world all the way down to like number 34. Why? Because insurance companies aren't paying doctors and hospitals for the treatments and tests that doctors are ordering for patients to take care of them. 850 million denials a year, folks. That number speaks volumes. This is not my number, though a few months ago, I did a response video where I published that there are about 4 million denials a day being done in America. My estimate today is that we have about 5 to 10 million denials a day in the United States. This was before the Wall Street Journal came out. That's because I know the truth. I know the facts. I've seen it in our own practice. I study this as a neurosurgeon. I see it in our business. We're getting screwed by the insurance companies. Most doctors are screwed so bad they can't even stay in practice anymore. They have to go work for hospitals because they can't keep their businesses afloat. The problem, folks, is that your premium dollars paid by your employer or by you every month, instead of going towards paying for your medical bills, the insurance companies are denying the treatments, not paying the bills, not authorizing the surgery or treatment, and they're keeping those profits, but they're not showing it as a profit. They're funneling it off to their subsidiaries, hidden to the rest of you, and nobody knows the better. But that's what's happening. They're siphoning out $2 trillion a year easily in profits that are being hidden and brought across sea, and nobody knows about this. Our government is not stopping it, but I need to make you guys aware of it. So grassroots effort, you can all know what's really happening. Wall Street Journal, 1 month ago, 850 million medical denials a year by healthcare insurance companies. Folks, wake up. Call your senators, call your congressmen, hold them accountable. You've got to change the state laws and federal laws. Do not let insurance companies deny doctor-ordered care. If they disagree with it, they don't think it's appropriate, we need to have a committee that reviews those recommendations and votes on it. And the committee cannot be controlled by the health insurance companies. It has to have citizens that are not being bought off and paid for by the insurance companies, that are going to make decisions based on facts, and they're going to be decisions made in your best interest, not the insurance company's best interest. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. Deuk. I'm a board-certified neurosurgeon in Florida at the Deuk Spine Institute.